Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are revisiting Spellbooks. Some call them slow books because we got a new limited to one as soon as it came out Spellbook card. It's Spellbook of Knowledge. Send to the graveyard either one spellcaster you control or one Spellbook card in your hand or face up on the field. Very important. And then if you do, draw 2 cards. You can only use that once per turn. We only have one anyway, but of course with Spellbooks, there's going to be plenty of ways we can recycle this one copy to get those draws. Now, they can be +1s when you're getting rid of monsters on the field or a spell on the field, so a very useful card. Why do we need +1 so bad? For our High Priestess of Prophecy, she takes herself and 3 Spellbook cards in your hand to bring her out. So 4 cards in your hand to bring her out. It can be quite the challenge sometimes, but this card honestly helps with it a lot. This card goes great with Grand Spellbook of Tower. This card is very good. I see why it was limited to 1. It really does give a big... This is probably the biggest bit of support I've seen for Spellbooks that make a difference, even more than just Prophecy being at 3 here. It's a good spell card. It's especially if you've already drawn into things like Fate or Tower or even Secrets. That way you're able to save a search and you can get extra. You could get ahead. It's all very, very cool stuff. So I'm actually really into the support. Spellbooks have slowly climbed on me. Grown on me, I should say. I used to not really like them whatsoever, but like I said, they've slowly grown on me, so I was really impressed with this deck. I'm using Draw Sense Light just to get to Prophecy a little easier for our weaker turns when we leave a face-up blue boy. We have XCs in there. I haven't tried any of these new XCs, these level 7s, but they seem pretty crazy. And then some regular level 2s. So I was impressed by this little bit of support, by what a difference just this little bit made, because it's always searchable and you do a lot of searching. So very cool stuff, great synergy with the archetype, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi. We're going first. It's got a pretty cool map there, a little Dark Magician, Blue Eyes kind of stuff. We got a good hand. We already have our Fate and our Master, so that's 2 searches down already, which means we're going to be able to get a Knowledge and a Grand Tower. That's going to be a really good hand. So we go Secrets right into the Knowledge, Master right into the Grand Tower, and we are just balling, guys. This is like almost a perfect hand. We show the Grand Tower, use the Knowledge, throw away the Wisdom. That's a +2. Now we have 2 Fates to set, so even if he randomly Cosmic Cyclones one, we're still good. He's going to set 3 back row, so we're going to use 1 Fate, banish 1, return 1 of the back row in the end phase. Now, Grand Tower, boom. +1, we got our Prophecy, that's good. We're able to go, boom, got our Secrets. Secrets is going to be able to search Eternity. That's going to give us Knowledge back. So we grab Knowledge back. Remember, we already have a Fate set. Now we have a fresh Knowledge. We're going to swing for 2. We're almost at 3 to bring our Priestess out. We do not trigger Destiny Draw, obviously, with the Spellbook of Power. And he sets another back row. I should have Spellbook of Fated the card he just set, instead of giving him a chance with it. Obviously that other one didn't do as much, but who knows what it was in the end. As we summon our Priestess of Prophecy here, he tries to floodgate us the moment we let him have. We got Spellbook of Wisdom that would stop traps, but he's also got a spell card for a Book of Moon to flip us down. Doesn't really hurt my monster, not really a huge deal. We're able to hit him for 500 more before triggering Destiny Draw, so we just stop there. Now he's got a Legendary Ocean. Now I'm pretty sure he just drew that because that's something he likely would have played in the beginning, because he has to have monsters. A deck like that is very heavy on monsters. So I feel it's a pretty safe bet to banish the Legendary Ocean. I'm not worried about that back row. It's been on the field the whole game. Tower returns Master. That draws a Secrets into Eternity. That's going to be... I don't actually have anything good for Eternity, so we gotta banish one first. We're gonna banish a Fate to return a face-down spell. Flips his trap face up, so we just destroy it anyway. Eternity into the live Fate, and then he scooped because we had a lethal amount of damage anyway. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi. We are going first. As using a Christmas sleeve with a Karibo. It's pretty trippy. So we have Secret. Secret has to go in a blue boy, but we do have our Grand Tower already, which means we can probably build a pretty good hand, a pretty good field. So we're gonna normal summon Prophecy, go with Master. Master turns into Secret. It's gonna be another search. Go with the Fate, that way we're live. We can set the Wisdom, set the Fate, and play the Grand Tower. And now we're set, guys. We even have a Prophecy waiting for all these +1s. Here goes our boy using Dragonite's Path, showing a Galloping Guy and a Fierce Knight, so he doesn't have the Magical Knight just yet. Has to go with the Dragonfire, which means we can eliminate his field spell and probably do pretty well. We're going with a Wisdom, so our Banish is live. He sets 3 back row. In the end phase, we banish his field spell. Now we get a +1 from Tower by returning a Spellbook to our deck. Then we go with Secrets for another search of Magician of Prophecy. That's going to be a +1. We go with Eternity. Eternity is going to be able to grab Master. Master is going to turn into Secrets. So on and so forth. Now we're going to search Knowledge. Now we can send one of our blue boys and get a true +1 to bring out our Prophecy. It's going to be a beautiful thing. There we go. Here's our true +1. Making the difference and getting our Prophecy out. Here he's going to try to Treacherous us. Obviously we have a Spellbook of Wisdom. Do not get Treacherous. Then we destroy another back row as a Monster Reborn. Not a good bluff. Well, I guess this stops. He was bluffing for a Treacherous, but he could have used that card really bad. We hit him big. He obviously doesn't have Destiny Draw. He uses normal Gaia and has 2 Scoop. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Chaz. He is in fact doing some Ojama action, believe it or not. He's full Arm Dragon version. He's going straight for the action, not the memes. So we're going to start with our blue boy, doing the basic stuff, going into Secrets. We already have a Fate though, which means we could go with the Knowledge, or we could go with the Grand Tower. I usually like starting with the Grand Tower, so we can save our Knowledge to use something like a blue boy on the field as the fodder instead of throwing something away from our hand. That way we can get a true +1. So we got a Wisdom and Fate set. We just need to use the Wisdom to set the Fate live. He's got an Ojama match. We're going to use our Wisdom, so our Banish is live. Searches Ojama Black and a level 5 Armed Dragon. It's going to bring out the black. Ojama Country is going to bring out green. He's going to swing. We're going to banish his field spell once he declares an attack. That way he still has to attack. And he loses his monster, so we get a 2-for-1. Now, Grand Tower returns our Fate, but gives us a second Priestess of Prophecy. Not at all what we wanted. But with a weak Ojama, we're able to Magician of Prophecy. Now, I used Wisdom because we need a Spellbook in the graveyard for our standby phase for Grand Tower to work. So we needed that in the graveyard. Here our boy has another Ojama Country, can you believe it? But he just goes with the Armed Dragon level 3 and destroys our boy. Now this is why we put that card there for Tower, to give us that +1. Still wasn't enough to do it, so we gotta just hope our boy can't push out a lethal amount of damage here. He's bringing out level 5 in the standby phase. That's its natural effect. Normal summons an Ojama, but gets rid of it for 2 draw. Hits for 2400, which means we are not dead. And we are continuing to duel. We just need a spell card. We get it. That means here's 1 Priestess. You can bring out 2 Priestess. Why didn't I bring out 2 Priestess? You could just bring out the second Priestess. It's not once per turn whatsoever. Bring her out. I didn't bring her out. I banished 1 from my hand. I used power. Still lethal. Still bring out your second top Priestess. Though there is no reason not to. So great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Seto Kaiba. We're going first. I do believe this boy doesn't put up much of a duel. He has no extra deck. We're starting with a blue boy and a Grand Tower. Grand Spellbook Tower. Searching Secrets. You know most of these plays. They're going to be a little redundant. Secrets into Master. Master copies Secrets. And we go with Knowledge. So we're going to show off some quick Knowledge. We're going to throw away Spellbook of Power. We do not get a Spellbook of Fate, so the gamble wasn't really worth it. Not really a follow-up hand. Our opponent passes completely though. Now we get that Spellbook of Fate, and our opponent's fate is sealed as we just have to bring out a lethal amount of damage. Super easy to do. With all these cards in our hand, we could bring out Prophecy no problem, and our boy can't really do much. But just look at the resources we were able to get with Spellbooks. Even if we did banish 3 with a Fate last turn, like let's say we drew one, we would still have all the resources to still bring out our Prophecy. We even Xyz, because this was not a lethal amount of damage without Spellbook of Power, but this is, and we even had a Fate to follow up, 7 in the graveyard, Tower still going off. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing Yami and Yugi. We're going first. 21 cards, Power of Dark, Spellbook of Prophecy, or Spellbook Condition of Prophecy. Then Power, Secrets into Master, Secrets into Fate. The core combo is complete. That means this Master, we could go with Knowledge or we could go with Tower. Usually I'll go with Tower. Knowledge could still be a good play though, because then we wouldn't, because think about it, I burned the Power anyway, so we have 3. So if I would have just gone with Knowledge instead of Grand Tower, we could have just thrown the Power away and the Knowledge, then we would have had 2 more cards. But I like to save the Knowledge for a follow-up. That way we can get rid of something like our Tower or our Blue Boy, and that way it's a really true +1. Here our boy passed before we got to top deck this Knowledge and really clap off, because we were going to throw away the cards I was just talking about. We were going to throw away that Blue Boy. We weren't going to throw away the Grand Tower. You would have to be really desperate to do that. But we were going to throw away that Blue Boy and draw 2 cards. It was going to be really sweet, but he didn't want to see it. I was impressed with this deck, guys. I was impressed with this little bit of support. Gives you a lot of depth. It makes me feel like there should be something else we're teching to make it a little more powerful, but I guess it's really just to get your Prophecies in hand and your Prophecies on the field. So for that, it does a great job. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.